Welcome to Unmask, and of course, today's topic would be very interesting. And I have here with me some of the most interesting and intelligent persons on the planet. Starting from my left, I have.
Wago Harry Wisdom, and people call me Yes Boss.
Thank you, and of course, by my right.
AKA
Vanity.
All right, welcome, and of course, I remain your humble Akuna Tamakuro, popularly called the Bishop. So, what are we talking about today? The Nigerians have largely suffered great losses when it comes to finances, and I believe this is because of people lacking the ability to really know what it means to make money and how to make money. So I call it the fast money making syndrome, right? And I believe that maybe all of us have been victims of one or two of these money making ventures. You know, you put 5,000 and next week you get 5 million.
Don't even go there.
You put
Don't even go
3
there.
million and you get 50 billion. You know, it comes with very mouthwatering offers and you know promises that don't even exist, and you're like, I want to make money. And I think Nigerians keep falling for it, especially with the current one that is happening called
CBEX.
Okay, I didn't say it though.
CBEX.
Anyway, so I want to ask, what do you think is the major cause of this recurring problem? Because people have seen this happen.
That's true.
Not once, not twice, not thrice. Like, I mean, when I was in school, the first one I knew about was MMM, you know, and then what is like people keep coming back. Is it that people don't learn or what? So what do you guys really think is the problem? I want to hear from you, Vanessa.
Okay. First of all, let's start today in the name of the Father.
So,
Because this topic is going to we need the strength from the spiritual realm.
All right.
That being said, so the first thing that comes to mind for this thing to reoccur over and over again, first things first, greed. Second thing, you don't have strong mind. It's when your mindset is not built to navigate this financial, what they call it, Ponzi schemes.
yeah.
You can't go further. Let me explain. How can I tell you that if you bring 100K now, in 1 week, you'll make 2 million naira?
But wait, first off,
No, I'm not saying in 1 week. Oh,
yes.
You make 2 million
Do you think
naira.
Ponzi schemes are wrong in the first place?
Of course it's wrong. You're robbing Paul to feed Peter.
Well, some persons may disagree because for them it's a business model.
It's not.
Mr. Harry.
It's different if the scheme is, okay, I'm taking from Paul. Paul is still having his money somewhere. And I'm also taking from Peter. Peter is still having his money somewhere. And in the middle, there's a way that I'm, multiplying this money. And I'm channeling it down to Paul. I'm channeling it down to Peter. It's totally different.
What if these people actually have genuine interest to actually, they thought if I put this money here, like those who start the Ponzi people,
consumers.
not the consumers, like those who initiate this whole idea.
Okay.
Maybe they started out and they actually thought, okay, if I invest like this, I should be able to pay Peter, pay Paul, and have my profits. But maybe at some point, the way they calculated mathematics, it didn't really go well. But sometimes I'm just for benefit of doubt. I'm not on anyone's side, but I'm just saying, what if that's their thought? I want to hear what you think, sir.
For me personally, I feel that a Ponzi scheme, quote, is actually a business model for me. And I've fallen victim, I think, twice. So all of this is not that I am not aware that it's going to crash or some way, somehow the thing is going to collapse, or I don't know. But I just felt, just do it.
As it hot.
No, not really as it hot.
Okay.
I will even be the MMM. I fall victim of MMM. I was almost the last person that did. MMM crashed in December. Okay. I invested November.
Okay.
It wasn't that the idea or the mindset that this thing is going to crash was not there. Okay. But I just needed to do it because almost all my guys were doing it. And okay, let's just play around it.
So yours was peer pressure?
Yeah, not really pressure. I was not under any form of pressure. I just feel like, let me just do it. However, see, business is all about risks. The guy who travels to Cotonou to buy cars, fairly used cars, and then ship them down to Nigeria, that guy is taking risks. What if something had happened on the way? What if he had died, or the entire container or carrying his goods fell into the sea and something happened? So I think the guy, Harry myself, whom in my own little way invested in MMM, it's the same with the guy who invested.
No.
Hold on.
No,
Hold
don't
on.
say that.
Wait,
No, don't say that.
Can I
See, that's
land
what you're
this?
saying now.
No.
You cannot be saying that
No.
now. You can't say that. A legit
let him
business to
finish.
something that's
Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
superficial.
No,
Let
it's
him
not
finish.
about
You have
being
your
special.
points. Let him
See,
finish.
let me finish. What I'm saying is that, so the guy who has invested 20,000, 500,000 in, is it CBEX?
Any of them.
Yes,
Any of
CBEX
them.
or MMM
Or Baraza.
or Baraza. Yeah. Now that guy
Yes.
is same with the guy who had paid some money to Cotonou to get his goods.
No.
No, excuse me, I'm coming. Reason being that the amount of risk that has been considered by this guy who invested in the Ponzi, so-called Ponzi scheme, is the same amount of risk that this guy who went to Cotonou to get cars has also considered.
No.
Hold on, because when you are investing as an investor, you have to have, when you are investing, there are two options you have in mind. It's either it works or it does not work. But as an investor, you pray that it gets better and hope for the best. But somewhere in your mind, you're conditioned that this might fail. So my perception says that the guy who invested in Ponzi scheme and the guy who went to Cotonou to get cars, they have considered same risks. That's my take.
So I honestly appreciate your views, and to some people that makes sense because
It doesn't make sense.
Wait, let me
No,
finish.
don't be saying it makes sense.
Wait.
It doesn't make sense.
Wait, let me say something.
Wait first. How would you tell me that?
Now, in
somebody,
business, in
no,
business.
before you start telling me about business,
Let me
first of
allow
all,
her
I
to
told you
This
last
is
time.
a guru.
How can you tell me that somebody that is in Cotonou that has a dealer that sells cars in Cotonou, a legit business, legit,
Okay.
registered. Let me finish.
No, can I ask you a question? Sorry.
I was only saying no. You said you want to finish.
It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
A legit business. See, when I say legit, registered, government verified.
Okay.
Government knows this business.
Okay.
You are doing business with this person.
Okay.
Whether it is the risk is always going to be there.
Okay.
Maybe the risk you're talking from, maybe or the angle you're talking from is maybe if the car is coming, container fee sink. If it's that one you're talking about, I will
That is
understand.
risk.
That is not the kind of risk you're talking about. You open your koro eye.
Yes.
You want to carry your money and put inside somewhere that they're telling you that if you bring this person to put inside this one will not pay.
Okay.
And you are calling that
So
one
let me
risk. It's
come
not
in here.
risk. That one is pure wickedness.
No, let me come in here. I think our views are very okay. However, we must realize that people have several things that influence decisions. So, from Mr. Harris' perspective, he's coming from the place of every step we take is a risk. I understand your points too. Now, please hear me out.
What's your own point?
Wait.
I want to hear your point now,
Right?
because this thing you have to settle it.
I will settle it. Now, this is what you should know. When people go into businesses like Ponzi schemes and all of those things, right? The problem is many Nigerians, or let's say a lot of people, don't spend time to read articles or terms and conditions. Let me explain that.
Okay.
Any business you're going into as a business person, there are terms that guide it.
That's true.
Right? Even these so-called Ponzi schemes. I remember even when MMM was out there were disclaimers that were put on the platform. They will tell you, don't put in your savings or something. They'll tell
it
you
must
put
be
in
a
your
spare cash.
something like that.
Yes.
Right? And some other of these platforms, now I don't know for the ones that are really corrupt. I'm just talking about the ones I know that because of greed of people, not even the persons that opened it, right? So people didn't read, some of them, they don't read them, they'll go and borrow, sell family land. Money they want to use for their company, they'll just pack everything, put in. And then because they were expecting that somehow this thing would just magically happen, it backfires. But then you discover that many of these companies, they have disclaimers. Now let me ask you a question. Why do you think when many of these Ponzi schemes or these things, they crash, the federal government or people don't really have substantial legal rights to take them out? That's because, first off, before you take on those investments, you will sign a contract.
Okay.
In fact, when you are signing up, they are legal. It's like you are already saying whatever happens here is not a problem. I don't know if you understand.
Of course.
So it's like, so the problem is financial education of the people.
Okay.
So if more persons are informed about how wealth creation works, I think we'll have lesser problems like this. Not because these problems don't work, but because people put in more than they should. So maybe I'm trying to see it from the perspective of those that created it.
Okay.
Not because I'm in support, but let's say they created it with the perspective of small, this thing will grow. But people who want to now monopolize the system to have more than usual, they now start putting. So now, even let's say if you are the creator of the platform, you are now under pressure to deliver. Promise that maybe your hope was that everybody just put 15 naira.
Yeah.
So this Paul will collect 50, this will collect 50, this one will collect 20. Somebody can put 15. How do I? So I'm trying to see this from good perspectives. Please pardon me.
Go ahead.
So from that perspective, you discover that the problem is on both ends. One, the consumers, they go in uninformed. Uninformed about, okay, how does this thing really work? Some of them don't do research. There's something I used to do whenever somebody sends me a platform. I'll go and I'll even check YouTube to first check for all the scam videos first. I'll check if I don't see any scam videos now. Somehow I will not be a bit confident because somehow these platforms, you will always see whistleblowers.
That's true.
That's what I always know. You always see whistleblowers. So I'll first check and check and check. If nothing there, I'll now still ask somebody that's maybe, like I have a friend who is an accountant. I'll go and ask him, I say, oh boy, you get this thing they do. I know how many times I've tried doing Forex and he will tell me how the investment they go. I'll say it's like this, like say, bros, just leave it. Not because Forex doesn't work, but because he will tell you if this is what the person is promising, he will not meet up. Not because the system doesn't work, but the system would crash. If you are expecting more than what the system is supposed to
capacity of the system.
You understand? So my take on it is that this is also a business model, but the people abuse it. The producers also make false promises. Now they are not honest enough to say, it can't come out like this. Or maybe they can even put a limit to say, please, your investment should be this. If we don't meet up, you can do this. So I feel there is lack of transparency in the system also. So I think the fault comes from both the consumers and the producers and the society at large.
You have said your own.
I've said my own, honestly. This is my
now
thoughts.
I want to ask you a question.
Please ask.
Did you do Baraza?
I didn't do Baraza, but I did FX Farm.
Okay.
Now let us say that one. I don't know how that one was. I didn't know of them.
I think FX Farm.
They were not popular because Baraza ran with people's money. It said
FX Farm ran with my money too. It was my friend.
Sorry
to cut
Esprit de Corps.
They ran with my money. In fact,
have you been a victim?
There was one
I don't see. I'm talking with passion. You should know.
Esprit de Corps.
See, there was one I first did. Is it whether it's Twinkers or something like
that?
Tweezers.
I can't remember the name, but it's like the
I know them. That one is from WhatsApp. That one is from WhatsApp.
The day it was about to crash, somehow the person I was supposed to pay even refunded my money. I was like, whether it was network issue, the next day the thing crashed. So in my mind, I'm like, all this thing, nothing will touch me. So one of my friends, somebody I really trusted, and that's how these things somehow it always happens. Someone I really trusted, my friend, was like, there's this one FX Farm, so. See, me, I've always been very skeptical about this investment things. But the way the guy said it, and they will not tell you, I know this person, see this guy. I don't know why they always have people around that they will say this one don't collect, this one don't collect. So in my mind, I'm like, will I allow this thing to pass me by? There's that FOMO, fear of missing out. So you are in a position where you're like, what if this thing actually blows up? And me and my guy, we did the same house. Income blew. Me, because I was too skeptical. I didn't now.
You're being too careful.
I didn't now take it. So I was like, man, don't dare, this thing come past me. So I said, let me up in. I opted into that thing. Network. That's how they start. I was
and they will give promises.
Checking. The thing slowly, network, it was not.
Did you do auto?
I didn't do. Let's not go into many of them, but that was my own experience.
Now, I won't lie to you. I'm one of the people that eats money. But I lost a lot. Because money kept coming. So I started with 12K. And then it multiplied to like, I don't call the amount. I lost money and I cried. But the truth is, I knew what it was. That it was a scam to drop people off their money.
Oh, you knew?
I knew.
Okay.
You understand? Now, I keep saying it. Ponzi scheme. This one is a business model. No problem. But it's not even a tangible asset. What are they selling?
Most business
what are they? No, wait now.
Most businesses, most investment are not tangible.
Who told you?
Forex is not a tangible asset.
Wait, calm down.
I mean, it's Bitcoin
Calm
tangible.
It's Bitcoin tangible.
Calm down. Now, maybe you want to be arguing with me.
Land is tangible. You can talk about land.
That's why I say come and invest in land because you don't get paid.
Come and buy land. Bro. We sell land.
Please come and buy land. We sell
Now,
land.
it's not a tangible asset. It's not a virtual asset. It is a feelings asset where you say, okay, if I collect this one now, pay me this money. You bring on that person, I'll pay him. And that person. So when it gets to the last person, who will not pay that person? People don't really think of it like that.
So how does a cow work?
Okay, so as a lady, let me answer this question because you like things like this.
Okay.
So you know how you call a group of persons. Let's say I call you, I call myself. And I'm saying, okay, let's contribute. This is contribution.
Okay.
It is not, let me pay you. Then you will not bring somebody that will not pay you. Then that person will not bring, no, it's not that.
It's the same thing.
It's not. It is not. I'm coming to you. I'm telling you.
I feel like it's almost the same.
It's
not almost. It's same thing.
It is not the same thing.
Finish up. Let me tell you, Akawo.
Listen.
See, currently I am doing Akawo and I'm the chairman of my Akawo.
My own, I'm the secretary.
You are just the secretary, but I am the chairman.
I am the treasurer too. I hold the money.
I'm telling you, I am the chairman of Akawo. Of this Akawo.
For instance, now we come together and say, oh, there's a way, because let's say we want to save for house rent, we want to save for school fees, we want to save for a couple of things.
Yeah.
And you are thinking, how is this going to work? And you're like, okay, let me call a couple of persons. Let's say you're 5, right?
Yeah, okay.
You're not shared between the months. Let's say January, February, March, April, May.
Yeah.
5 months. After 5. You say, okay, this month, we'll not share the months, each of you into those months. That 5 months for 5 of you.
Yeah.
Everybody contributes to one person.
Yeah.
I pay that
I'm
person.
already seeing the flaw in the system.
Calm down, listen.
Hold on, go ahead.
First of all, you don't do Akawo people that are far.
You do.
You do Akawo people that are.
I am my people, listen. My people,
laws.
listen.
That
My
means
people,
we have defined
my people,
laws.
my people,
No, you actually-
please.
you did-
Excuse me, let me talk to my
You don't.
people. My people, I am the chairman of Royal Men Akawo Port Harcourt chapter. And my people, our Akawo people, our members are all over the globe. And we are paying and we are remitting. You can talk with someone that is far away. See, one of our members is in Poland. And she dey paying her money every month. That is Akawo. That is it. That is what. No, hold on. This Ponzi scheme is same as is Akawo on a digital level.
Okay.
But finish up, because I want to tell you how this thing works.
See, you have a lot of words in your mouth. And you're not even giving me points.
No, I need your
showing
point.
me that
I need your
this
point.
Ponzi scheme and Akawo are the same.
I need your
You're
point.
telling me that
Finish
Akawo-
up,
you know,
finish
you're
up.
No, wait.
I
You're
need
telling me
your
that
points and I need his
Akawo
points.
and digital waiting is digital. Ponzi scheme is digital Akawo, and Akawo is local way of Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
My brother, give me the points.
Okay, are you
Point
done?
it. No, point
I
it.
will-
I don't want you to be telling me this is what it is.
Okay.
Somebody that is taking risks. No, I want you to give me points. I want you
Okay.
to tell me this point A, point
Yeah.
bullet points. I want you to just strike it.
Okay.
I want to see it.
So, Vanity, are you done with the explanation?
Vanessa, please. We
Okay.
are serious right now.
Vanessa, are you done with the?
I'm not done.
Finish up. No, finish up. No, finish up.
I want to
Let's have a conversation.
No, I want to understand
Finish
what
up.
you mean. No, we are not having a conversation. We're having an argument right now.
Okay, an
So you have to
argument.
tell me point for point. What do you mean by Ponzi scheme is digital Akawo?
Okay.
And Akawo is local Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
So you go tell me now, one on one.
Okay.
Let me
Yes.
allow you guys.
Okay. Do you want to say something?
No, you will not say anything right now. He has to tell me bullet points.
So this is how Akawo works.
Okay.
I think you were trying to explain.
Point for point. Oh.
Hold on.
And I don't want to explain.
Hold on. So Akawo is a system that brings individuals together. We agree that we are going to be paying a certain amount of money every month or every week or every day, depending on your rate of income.
Depending on your rate of income.
Yes.
I don't understand that statement.
I understand.
Depending on how much.
I don't
How much you
understand.
earn.
How much you
Yeah,
earn.
I don't
Oh,
understand.
it's
Yeah,
really-
he's saying that you call individual depending on how much you earn.
Yes,
so
how
if
much I
I'm earning
earn.
100,000, you're earning 1 million naira. It will now depend on how much you earn.
Of course, that is how Akawo works. That is what you don't understand.
Go ahead.
So you put what you want to put in.
All right.
There's
Go
no
Do you
ahead.
fixed
understand?
amount.
No fixed amount.
No fixed amount.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
So this, let's say we are 10 in numbers. These 10 persons agreed that this is what we are going to be paying. Let's say 10,000 at the end of every month.
Okay.
Okay. And remember that 10 persons, right? If we are doing every month, it will start from January and ends October. So every month somebody must collect. So the 10 persons contribute to Mr. Harry, January, right? February, someone else is taking. March, and then till October, okay? And then that particular round will end. Do you understand? If we want to start again, we'll start again. That's Akao. Okay. However, there are other forms of Akao. Okay. There's another form of Akao whereby I am a central body. The market women comes to my office, or I walk around with my bag and I have a register or possibly issue card that I come to your shade and say, give me every day. This woman sells tomato and pepper in my one market, and then she pays 200 naira. Then I'll fill her card rather, and give to her, and then I register in my notebook. And then the other woman is paying 1,000 naira. That's why I said it based on your rate of income, how much that comes in, and then that is another form of Akao. But this one that I said is Akao in the digital format, which is the Ponzi scheme. So these individuals have agreed that this is how much you are going to pay. Remember that currently what we are doing is connect economy, either to goods, services, or reward. Do you understand? So this is the Ponzi scheme, which is an Akao in the digital format. So you are somewhere, you may not even know me. Do you understand? Because look at how it's being paid. Look at how it's being paid. So if you are paying 20,000, the system at the back end, so those who are monitoring it, will pair me with someone who is also paying 20,000. Do you understand? If you are paying 50,000, system will look for someone who is doing 50,000 and pair you to that person. So when you pay to me, you have to wait for another person to pay.
Wait.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Wait, I want to point out something to you before you go for that, before I forget. Do you not realize that there's a flaw in everything that you just said? I'll point out the flaw for you, but go ahead.
Okay.
I like to finish.
Yeah, thank you. So the system will now matches you with someone who is at that your level. So when you pay my 20,000 to me, I'll have to pay to you. That's Akao, right? Then some other person will have to pay to some other person, and then the next person will pay to you. But the problem I have, the truth is that system will crash. Do you understand? But I am saying that Mr. Harry, who invested 20,000 in what is so-called Ponzi scheme, is taking the same risks that the man who pays 500,000 and travels to Cotonou to get his car for his business is taking. It's the risk.
Mr. Harry, this is
hold on. Okay.
This is I don't like.
Let me ask you a question.
No, before you ask me a question, I want to point out something to you. Okay. First of all, you said, hey God.
Calm down.
Harry,
calm down.
You said Akao.
Yes.
It's digital.
No, you say Ponzi scheme is digital Akao.
Okay.
First off, where your problem came from now in this topic is that Ponzi scheme has to do with referrals.
Akao is referral.
Akao does not have to do
it
referral.
Does. See, I am a chairman.
Let me finish.
I am a chairman of Akao.
Hold on.
Okay,
I am a chairman of Akao.
Come in here.
No.
Hold on.
Vanessa, can you say something?
Can I say something?
Can you respect me as a
I'm not. If I forget.
Hello.
All right.
Tell me, I will remind you.
No. This thing you are saying.
No, it's not.
Can I say something?
You are not on the right track.
You are not the one that is on the right track.
Okay, go ahead.
What you are saying now is.
I like her.
You are not talking about the Akao thing very well.
That is it now.
First of all, you said desire that your income from
now,
each individual.
Let me redirect us.
You want to redirect me now for the question I want to ask him?
No, I want us to have a focus.
It's okay.
The problem is this: Nigerians are losing money. Now, the Akao has worked traditionally over time. Right? But Ponzi schemes have consistently failed over time. That means there's a problem with this Ponzi scheme. And probably there's a problem with the Akao system, but probably it's more minimal.
Yeah.
Right?
Please, wait first, hold on.
Yes.
Please, can I get a phone? Let us know. I want to understand what the meaning of Ponzi scheme. Please, somebody should get me a phone. Oh,
I can tell you for free.
Wait! No, don't tell me.
I can tell you for free.
I don't want you to tell me because you don't know the meaning of Ponzi.
So my question is this: why you're searching for what Ponzi is?
I'm going to search for what
Ponzi is. Nigerians fall prey of this particular event, despite the fact that it has failed over and over and over again? That is my argument. In the next episode, we may most likely discuss the difference between Akao and Ponzi. But now, I just want us to clearly tell what we think is the problem.
The clear meaning of Ponzi scheme is a type of scam where returns are paid to alien investors using the money from new investors instead of from any actual profit or business activity. That is the meaning of Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
Now let us check the meaning of Akao.
I don't think there's Akao in the dictionary.
You'll be surprised.
Vanessa, I can tell you the meaning of Akao for free. No. Allow her. I want her to be
How
very
is it? Is a
satisfied.
kind of contribution that you do with people. It's also called a susu, ajo, adeshe in different regions of Nigeria.
Okay.
Which means it's a traditional way of savings and contribution systems commonly used in Nigeria and other parts of West Africa.
Okay.
So now you see the difference. One is a scam, the other is not. The other is contribution.
No, but
and I'm trying to tell you that the reason why people fall for Ponzi scheme is because Ponzi scheme is because of greed. Greed is greed.
Okay.
Why this other one is savings, a way of saving your money.
Can I come home now?
Okay.
So can I come home now? So I've never said that Ponzi scheme is not bad. Okay, that was not my argument.
You said no. You're saying that Ponzi scheme is not bad. That is a type of business.
No.
As a business, that's what you're saying.
No.
And I respect the fact that his view is
What are you saying? Okay, what are you saying?
What I'm saying
His
is
view
that
is valid.
Ponzi scheme,
Yes.
okay, is actually bad. It's a system that defrauds people. But I'm talking from the aspect of the guy who invests or invested in the Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
Do you understand? I am comparing the two guys, the guys who invested in Ponzi scheme and the guy who travels to Cotonou to buy cars. That the amount of risks this guy considered is what this guy eventually has also considered before taking them.
Did they even consider anything before?
Oh yes.
I don't think they did.
People do. Well,
I think they're not. See, I think
MMM. I'm a victim of MMM.
Okay.
Just this year, I fell victim for Kuka. I think it wasn't.
I don't know how.
It wasn't rampant in Port Harcourt.
Somebody that is very educated. I
No.
don't know how you fall for this thing.
No.
I don't know how you're falling for this thing in 2025.
Hold on. Like I said, like I said, it's not that I was illiterate of the fact that thing will crash. No, that's not me. Okay, I knew it's going to start. I know definitely it will crash.
It's going to end one.
It's going to end. But I said, let me just do it. That's me. That's risk.
Because why?
No, because I just want to do it. I just want to take the risk.
Okay, just want to throw money away.
Listen, let me tell you, there are some risks that are considered to be foolish risks. Do you understand? See, the guy who tills the ground and is going to mine gold or whatever is taking a risk. If it goes there and returns and it fetches gold, good for him.
The man who goes to trade forex, he has no assurance of his return.
Of course.
It's still risk.
It's still risk.
But he's trading something. Listen to the word trade. Listen to the word savings. Listen to the words that they're using to define these things.
Yes.
They are defined by either savings, contribution, or trade. What you're talking about is scam.
Do you see what they are trading?
No, and the man.
What are you saying now?
Those things are just on your screen.
Sir, don't mind that.
But it's the market now.
The man.
Ponzi schemes are also.
It's the market.
It's investment.
It's an investment.
Somebody who pays in money. No, hold on. Someone who pays in money into
an investment.
Says he's investing.
It's
an investment.
No, it's not.
This topic.
It's not.
We need
to talk about this thing. I need to understand why you are falling for this.
So Vanessa, we need to.
I'm falling just twice, and you've also done
once.
Once. At least.
All right.
With your colleagues.
My colleagues, please. I would beg to say we need to continue this session because I think we need like 2 more episodes to finally conclude on this issue. However, we're so excited that you took our time to listen to us, and we would really love your opinions on the comment section because we know you are probably thinking this guy is saying something you don't like. Perhaps she's saying something you like or she doesn't like. Well, as for me, I'm just here to ensure that we have a great conversation, right? And of course, we will be back on your screen, same channel. So till we see again, my name remains The Bishop, and of course, this is
Vanessa.
And
I'm Wogo Harry. Yes,
thank you. This is Unmasked. Cheers.